Yes, judges.
Hello, Dan. How you doing? You
What are you
all
up to, bro?
I'm actually watching the football, mate. This Surfshark VPN is a lifesaver, mate. You can watch the football with a dodgy Wi-Fi, even at the Emirates when you've got a big crowd there and everything like that, watching the football. Unbelievable.
Easy to set up? Well, it must be if you've done it, mate.
Ah, very, very funny. Even abroad you can watch all your favourite programmes. It's like being at home, mate.
And that's exactly what you guys can do too. Click the link in the description for Surfshark VPN. Yes, people, football's 12th man. We are back. Arsenal 3, Bournemouth 0. I've got two very familiar faces with us from the Back of the Net podcast. We've got Sam and Tom to talk all things Bournemouth, and I'm going to talk all things Arsenal. I'll give you my perspective of the game. I thought we were a very, very controlled team today. There were some incidents in the game which I've looked back at and think maybe they're questionable. I can't lie to you, but I'm going to bring the boys in on that. I thought we had some really good individual performances today, particularly from Declan Rice, who I thought was brilliant. Probably my man of the match, along with Saliba. I thought was an absolute monster as ever. Big up to Trossard as well. I thought he was fairly quiet in the game, but again, just needs to get them goals in and keeps doing his thing. Saka deserves a mention. Apparently a poor season. 33 goals and assists now for Bukayo Saka, who apparently has had a shocking season and can't get anyone's combined 11s. Listen, let's bring in the Bournemouth guys. Sam, I'll start with you. Performance today, talk to me.
Performance from us in the first half wasn't good enough. It was men against boys, I thought. Arsenal were all over us. They were winning the 50-50s. It was more like 80-20 in the first half. I thought that Odegaard was running the show, Declan Rice was supreme, Saka on the right, Trossard on the left. You were just causing us so many problems. We just couldn't compete. We couldn't even get in your half, and when we did, we were wasteful with it. I think Dom Solanke had a half chance. I think we maybe registered one shot in the first half compared to goodness knows how many you got. Second half, I think we turned it around a little bit. I think he probably put a rocket up at half time. We came out and we were combative. We were a lot better, and yeah, we gave you a game. And look, I know that the 3-0 scoreline, to many Bournemouth fans who might be watching, we've said this on our own channel, on our fan cams, there are conversations about VAR, of course, and some of the decisions there, which I think are shocking. When you look at it on the balance of play, 3-0's probably a fair scoreline, I would say. Maybe unlucky not to be 4-0, but yeah, it's a frustrating one on our part. But look, we didn't really have anything to play for as such. It's just a shame that where there are these moments where you can get back into a game and things may turn. For instance, like, do you remember Frank Lampard in the Euros, the goal that didn't go in, and those little moments can change games. But alas, we didn't have that chance. And yeah, VAR, mate, I absolutely hate it, but can't complain about the scoreline. Really.
Well, listen, we're going to come into those incidents, Tom. Before we do that, the Arsenal players that stood out for you today.
I think you were bang on with Declan Rice. Said it in the preview to the game on our channel that I remember playing West Ham last season and we lost 4-0 at home, and I thought if they didn't have Declan Rice we wouldn't have lost that game. He just ran the game, and this season we haven't lost to West Ham, and he's a different level, and you've seen that yourselves. He is class. I think Trossard probably goes under the radar in the sense that you kind of mentioned it there, but I think Martinelli always looks better on the eye. He's everywhere. He's an engine. He creates so many chances, but Trossard finishes the chances. Trossard scores key goals all the time. And today, it's 1-0. It's whoever you're playing, it's 1-0, and he gets a key goal. So I think if you were to achieve what you want to achieve, then you've got to look at some of Trossard's goals. So I thought he was good. As you say, mate, I think Saliba and Gabriel, Solanke's had an unbelievable season, and he struggled to get a sniff off them two, because they're really good. And I actually thought, you didn't mention him there, but I thought Tomiyasu was really solid. We quite often, I don't know if you noticed it, we try and aim aerially for Semenyo, big, powerful on that right side. Tomiyasu beat him every time because he's an absolute beast, and I didn't realise how strong and good he is in the air. And we struggle we normally target the left back of teams, and we struggle with that today. But yeah, from a ball perspective, I was quite proud of us. I thought, as Sam said, yes, you were miles better in the first half, but I almost felt it was a little bit game planish. If you don't get the penalty, then you could go, okay, Bournemouth haven't played well, but they've done their job, it's 0-0. And then we go, all right, let's try and surprise them and press them a bit higher, and you never know, and could have got a bit nervy in there, and obviously decisions didn't go our way. So yeah, I think we're showing that we're stepping up a level, but I think we've seen every time I come here, Arsenal are a level above every single time I see him.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned Tomiyasu. A lot of people around me talking about Tomiyasu. Tom, I'll stick with you about some of the incidents, and I'll come to Sam. Let's talk about the penalty incident and the David Raya incident, because we might as well talk about them together. Let's talk about the Kai Havertz penalty decision first. Fairly soft for you, or is it a penalty?
It's soft. You want your striker to do it. It's, a lot of people say, clever. He just leaves his foot dangling, so he knows he's going to get contact. Unfortunately, as soon as it's given, it's not going to get changed. Disappointed with that one, but kind of go, okay, you're going to get that. The Solanke disallowed goal was an absolute disgrace. I mean, there's no one that can tell me that's a foul. It's never a foul in a million years. And yeah, you never know what's going to happen. And as Sam said, I think you deserve to win the football match. But 2-1, you know how big it is for you guys. We could put a little bit of pressure on you. You never know, and we're in the game. And I don't understand how that's a foul in a million years. But I think both decisions were harsh on us. It is what it is. But yeah, ultimately, you had, I think it was 16 shots to 1 in the first half. So I appreciate that you were the better side. It's not me trying to kind of go against that. But yeah, decisions got against us today. And unfortunately, when they happen when you're Bournemouth against Arsenal, you do start thinking, would it have gone the other way? I don't see how, if that was the other way, that you get a goal disallowed. And that's the frustration at the moment. But yeah, you did deserve to win the game.
Listen, I think it's very honest and fair. Sam, let's come to you with the same question. I've looked at it back. You've showed me it. I'm expecting David Raya to come and collect that ball, and I cannot see where he's been fouled.
No, I can't. I mean, there were bodies in the way, but that's not Dom Solanke's fault for standing there. I mean, if you're going to be penalised for that, there's going to be penalties every week. I don't think so. I think it was soft. And that, like Tom said, it would have got us back into the game. But that's the thing. You'll have this exact same decision happening next week. Yeah. Because it's subjective, it might go the other way. So I'm so frustrated with VAR. I don't really see the point in it, to be honest, because if it is so subjective, what's the point? Really frustrated. And I know there were another couple of calls. Felt a bit hard done by. Need to see him back. I think it was probably professional from Havertz. I thought he won that penalty probably just by putting a leg in. We've seen so many people do it, and I can maybe see why it was given. But yeah, I feel hard done by with our goal, and you never know. Those moments could change things. Ultimately, though, it doesn't change the course of our season. We've had a phenomenal season. Our form in the last 25, 26 games is right up there, top 6 material. So, I'm just proud of the way that we attacked the second half, because we could have got annihilated. We didn't. We gave it a go, but it was entertaining to watch, and that's all we've ever wanted from our football. We had it under Eddie. We didn't under Scott Parker. We didn't with Gary O'Neill, and now we have. So we're turning up and we're enjoying what we're seeing. We should be downbeat with the 3-0 loss. We're not. We're okay about it, because we know Arsenal are different levels. They are different levels, and whether it's enough to win the league, I don't particularly know. I don't think so. But it was a good game, and that's all I can ask for, a team that tries, and that's what we did today. It's just a shame that the decisions today didn't go for us, because it might be different.
Well, listen, before I come back to Tom, Sam, I want to ask you, I heard a stat today that Bournemouth in 2024, should I say, are 5th in the Premier League, which is unbelievable progress. The last time I heard those stats, they were talking about Aston Villa and Unai Emery, mate, and you know where they are now. So can you dream as a Bournemouth fan under Iraola?
We can dream, and that's one thing we maybe couldn't do previously. I think Iraola's got a higher ceiling. I've said that to you before. I think he can achieve more. The style of football lends to that a little bit. Our owner, as I may have alluded to before, promised us last season that we wouldn't get relegated. So we were thinking, my God, he's going to get memed up all over the place if this doesn't happen. And when we lost to you in March last year, we were bottom of the league. Yeah. And we were worried, we are going to be made a mockery here on social media, Twitter and stuff. But thankfully, Gary turned it round. He did have a January war chest, etc. Our owner has also said Europe within 5 years.
Wow.
And that's not on
ambitious.
Holidays. That's not holiday. That's actually competing. And you know what? We've had conversations about it this year, which is more than we can ask for. And if the coefficient was different, maybe we'd have been playing for something more a little bit today. So look, a top 10 finish would be absolutely huge for us. I think he sort of wanted 11th or 12th. If we better that, superb. If we get to Europe within 5 years, happy days. Things are on the up for the club at the moment, so we feel in a good place. And at the moment, whilst today, there's going to be bumps in the road, but we're on an upward trajectory. So that's all we can ask for, really.
Yeah, listen, Tom, just a quick word on Arsenal and Bournemouth. First of all, do you think Arsenal can do the unthinkable, win this Premier League this season? Are Manchester City going to drop, is my first question. And then Bournemouth, you must be pretty positive, mate.
Yeah, I think with Arsenal, I do think Arsenal will win both their games. I think they'll go to Old Trafford and have too much for United. I'm sure they'll up their game against Arsenal, but United are nowhere near the level of Arsenal. So I think Arsenal have too much, and I think they'll beat Everton as well. Do I think City will drop points? Probably not. I hope this ages badly and they go and get beat for you. But yeah, I'm not convinced. Just their fixtures.
You want Arsenal to win the league?
Oh, I'd much rather Arsenal win the league than Man City. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not convinced City drop points now. Unfortunately, I think that Villa one was a big one. But yeah, it's Arsenal have just got to win every game, haven't they, and just hope for the best now. And you cannot afford to go and slip up and then City go and drop points, and you're just thinking, you'll never stop thinking about that. So yeah, I think Arsenal take it to the wire, but City, especially now they're at the Champions League as well, I don't think that helped you. But yeah, Arsenal had a great season, and yeah, they just keep like I said, every time I come here, they look better and better. Declan Rice has added a lot, but it's more than just. I always thought with Arsenal, they've got a little bit of a soft centre. You can just, if you roughen them up, you can't do that now. I said it about Tomiyasu, and you got Saliba and Gab, just everywhere. They're absolute machines in there. I forgot about Partey's now back. I mean, I thought Jorginho was doing a brilliant job, by the way, but Partey comes in, he's a different level again. So yeah, Arsenal should be happy regardless whether they win the league or not. We all know how good City are. From our perspective, mate, yeah, going in the right direction for sure. Really enjoyed the football first and foremost, but yeah, I think a lot of people are forgetting, our main signing in the summer was Tyler Adams from Leeds, and he hasn't kicked the ball really.
No.
And today and in recent weeks, we're without Tavernier, we're without Luis Sinisterra. We didn't have either of our left backs today, and I thought Dango Ouattara, who's a winger, I thought he'd done well on Saka for large part. Considering Saka's one of the best right wingers in the league, I thought he'd done all right. And yeah, we've still got players to come back as well. We'll have some money to spend, so yeah, we're going in the right direction, mate. Ramsdale, if you want to play football, you're more than welcome back. We were trying to tell him that at the end. We need a goalkeeper. We love Ramsdale. Just come and play football, mate. That's what I think.
Listen, we love Ramsdale as well, and it doesn't look like he's going to stay, unfortunately. Listen, that's all from us. Make sure you do us a favour, people. Make sure you like and subscribe. Get us close to that 20k. And make sure you're going to do exactly the same for these lads at Back of the Net podcast as well. We're out of here. Take care. Laters.